My dad said it seems like young men don't want to get married anymore, and I wanted to ask the internet why that might be. Like, I definitely have ideas of why it might be, but I'd rather hear from real people. It's also interesting that it coincides with that statistic that's been thrown around a lot lately, which is that 40% of women of marriageable age are going to be single by the year 2030. And what's interesting is it's by choice. Like, we're all choosing not to do this anymore. And I know that for a lot of women, myself included, there's a lot of hesitancy because we've been hurt and we're afraid. So I'm curious, what is it from the male perspective? Or do you think all of this is just like a consequence of the culture we live in now with like hookup culture and the internet? I don't know. Let me know what I should tell my dad, thanks.
Marriage is the only deal where one person can quit, break every promise, and still walk away rewarded. No accountability, no fairness, just a system that punishes loyalty and pays out failure like it's some twisted prize for betrayal.
It turns out I actually may be the problem. I've been on 3 dates with this guy, and he is perfect. He is a doctor, he is attractive, he is 6'4", and he likes me, and he's from the South, and he has this cute little accent, but he has all the same beliefs in me, and we agree on everything, and I am not into him at all. At all. Not even a little bit. Don't even care. Not even a little bit. 3 dates, and I was like, all right, I gotta cut this man off, because now it's like I can't keep leading him on, and I can't keep going through this. I don't like him. It might be me, because on paper, this man is everything. On paper, this man is perfect, and I am not into it. I'm just not. He's too nice. I don't know. I don't know. It may be me. I may be the problem. I think it's me.
I was totally on your side until the very end. Because you're self-aware, you seem to know what you want. You were not nitpicking some sort of thing that was giving you the ick. You gave it 3 dates. But look, you lost me. You lost me when you said that the man was too nice. Because that is the worst, most frustrating thing that you can say about a man. Especially when it's in a video that you're posting that a lot of men are going to see. Because that means that they can check all the boxes. They can even be super attractive, super tall. They can be successful. But if they're too nice, he's not going to get the girl. I implore women to stop using this phrase and actually label the behaviors that he is doing that is making you less attracted to him. Because nice guy to some people would include saying thank you or opening the door for you. Nice guy syndrome qualities that women have a problem with is where a guy doesn't stand up for himself. He lets everyone walk all over him. There is a difference between those two, and I just want men to hear that from more and more women, please.
You know, the reality is most guys nowadays have kind of given up on the idea of marriage because we realize that it's really just one big trap. There's nothing in it for us. We take all the risk, and all the benefit is on the female side.
I would say, why change something that is good? You're in a relationship. Why are you going to get married? It's going to get worse. There's going to be more financial tension. Weddings are expensive as it is. Divorce rates are alarmingly high, and once you're married, you are at the mercy of that woman's expectations. Forget about that. Hell no.
Yeah, plus it's going to get to a point where you're both going to get bored of each other. She has the freedom to leave, but you don't.
No, I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be stuck and see my future with her and my future personally go down the drain, pretty much, because she can screw you over at a snap of a finger.
Exactly.
Why bother with a relationship when being single gives you the same peace, freedom, and happiness, without the drama, arguments, or emotional drain? You can build, travel, and grow without begging for loyalty or attention. Modern dating offers nothing new, just stress disguised as love. Stay single, stay focused, stay free.
A dude who will pursue intimacy with you outside of marriage is communicating to you that he doesn't value marriage and that he's willing to go outside the marriage covenant for intimacy. He's telling you that straight up. Same in some ladies, like ladies who are pursuing physical intimacy with you are communicating to you that they do not value the covenant of marriage, that they are willing to go outside of the marriage covenant for physical intimacy. So when they do, you shouldn't be surprised.
Why aren't men getting married anymore? It's not because they hate love or they're against love. It's because the system is actually stacked against them. In 1960, 72% of adults were married, and today it's barely 50%. And among men under 30, it's pretty much nowhere. Here's why. Divorce courts, they'll take all of the man's money, they'll take the kids, they'll take the house. 90% of child custody goes to women, and men pay millions in child support and alimony every year. Then there's the happy wife, happy life culture where men sacrifice everything to keep the peace. Meanwhile, if a man wants traditional roles, it's labeled as toxic. So men naturally ask themselves, what is the upside? And for a lot of guys, there isn't one. It's not that men in general hate commitment. They hate commitment to a system that is designed to punish them for existing. Till marriage becomes a partnership and not a legal liability, men will continue to keep saying, no thanks. Do you think men are right to walk away from the thought of marriage, or do you think that marriage is still worth it? Let me know in the comments.
Marriage today feels like walking into a rigged casino. You know the house always wins, and you're the fool gambling everything anyway. No matter how much love or effort you bring, odds are you'll leave broke, drained, and blamed. It's not romance anymore. It's legalized risk with emotional debt and zero reward.
With no kids and no marriage plans are the fastest growing demo. Sorry for them, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about, because in my mind, I'm just like, if you have no plans.
That was the only thing throwing me off. Like,
if you have no plans, then, I mean, you have other things, bless you. There's other things you should be worried about.
You know
the
what?
woman is what is it called?
like-
The variable. What's the one that doesn't change? You know how you have like hypotheses, the variables. Like, what is the one?
There's like a recent episode or maybe recent clip where I said that I'm happily single. That I don't know why that had people in an uproar, because how can you be happily single?
Really?
Yeah.
What were they saying?
I don't know. Someone actually DM'd me and said, "Oh, you're 27. You can't possibly be happily single at this age. You should be married with kids."
Plans? Yeah, we've got plans. To have peace in our minds, money in our pockets, and zero unnecessary drama. We're done chasing chaos, fake love, and empty promises. Stability, focus, and freedom are the real goals now. No more games, no more stress. Just men choosing peace over problems. We're good right where we are.
So like, how do dudes end up dealing with certain women that they probably only wanted to sleep with but ended up being with? Okay, so I have a theory on that. I'm gonna ask the question one more time just to make sure I got it. All right, so how do men end up dealing with women that they only want to sleep with and then end up being with them? Personally, I think that men that end up with women like that, it's because those women address the fundamental bottom line needs of what men want. And let's call a spade a spade. Most times that's sex. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, and I'm speaking from experience myself. I've been in relationships where sex was held over my head. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't happy there. And situations like that, I tended to leave. That's just what it is. But if there is a woman that now addresses the bottom line of me, it's a lot easier to stick around because I don't have to worry about that. Does that make sense?
Sounds honestly like men only want a woman for sex. I'm really glad that this comment was made because it's something that needs to be addressed. Sometimes when two people are in a relationship and one of the people in the relationship would like to have a sexual relationship and the other partner does not, sometimes it's tempting to say, well, that's the only thing that they want. And that's not true. That's one of the things that they want. But people in relationships generally want 4 things. They want a friend, they want a romantic partner, they want a sexual partner, and they want a family member. Now, if they have a romantic partner and a sexual partner, and they have somebody who's a family member with them, but that's not their friend, then that's not enough for them in the relationship. Most relationships, they want a friend. Or let's say it's all of them but the romantic partner. That's not enough for everyone. A lot of people want a romantic partner. Or if it's all of them but the sexual relationship, that's not enough for them. They want a sexual partner. Or if it's all of them but the family member, that's not enough for them. They want a partner, a family member in the home that they're going to share family obligations with. So if you're in a relationship with someone and let's say you get married and you'd like to have children and your partner says, nope, I will take no part in raising children with you at all. And if that's really important to one partner, but it's not important to the other partner, is it reasonable to say, you know what, you and I just don't have the same outlook on life, the same values, the same things that are important, and I don't think this marriage is going to work out? Is it reasonable to say, you know, it's time to end this. Let's both get with people that have values that are more aligned with what we want in life? I think that can be a reasonable thing. Or if partners get together and the person's absolutely not interested in being friends with them at all, literally just wants to, you know, sleep with them at night and work, and that's it. No friendship, no romance. And that's not what the other person wants. They want to be with somebody who's going to be their best friend, who's going to be their romantic partner. I think it's okay to want more out of a relationship. And I think that different people want different things, and maybe the two of you are on board. Maybe neither of you want a sexual relationship in your marriage. And if that works out great for both of you, that's fine. But it's okay for that not to work out for someone else. Most people would like to have all four of these relationships in their marriage and are going to feel very unhappy and very unfulfilled if they don't have these relationships, at least in some degree. And if you love your partner, if you care about your partner and you want to be with them, you want to be in a marriage relationship with them, and you don't even care about that, then I don't know if you care to be married to them. Or maybe you don't care about them, at least not enough to maintain a relationship with them. I really recommend not shaming your partner if they want to have a healthy sexual relationship with you. Don't shame your partner if they want to have a healthy romantic relationship or a healthy friendship, or if they want to share the family obligations in a way in which both of you are partners. Don't shame them for that. They want to have that kind of relationship with you. And frankly, if you care about them, then you're going to care about that too. Stereotypically, what happens is a male will want to have the sex relationship and a female will want to have the romantic and the friendship relationships. Stereotypically, when the romantic relationship is not fulfilled or the friendship is not fulfilled or the family obligation is not fulfilled, the female becomes uninterested in the sexual relationship because of that. But many times it's the other way around. There are definitely women who divorce men because the man is not maintaining or able to perform in the bedroom relationship. Analyzing marriage in terms of these four relationships is critical. I created a marriage assessment that you and your partner can take to look at your marriage and to see which areas of your marriage need work. The friendship, the romance, the bedroom intimacy, or the family obligations. And then I have marriage courses specifically designed to address these four aspects of your marriage relationship. So thank you very much for making this comment. It's a very important thing to address, because if someone's saying, you know, I think I want to get divorced, and the reason I want to get divorced is because this part of our relationship doesn't exist, and that's something that's very important for me to have in a relationship, or any other one of those parts of relationship. This needs to be something to be addressed, and it's not something that's sad or that you should shame somebody for. This is just what people want. Would you want you know what's so sad is, imagine going your whole marriage and your partner not caring about the things that are important to you at all in the relationship. That's also really sad. So it's good. It's good to bring this up. It's good to talk about it. And hopefully you and your partner can come to some sort of consensus about what things are important to you, and see if both of you can meet somewhere in the middle on each other and your desires and what you'd like to accomplish in the future. And maybe the reason why it's not working out is because maybe you don't really know how to do some of these things in a way that is enjoyable for both partners. In which case, I recommend getting some education, which is why I made my marriage course. Good luck to you.
Most women today only stick around for what they can get: money, attention, and convenience. The moment those run dry, so does their interest. But say that out loud, and suddenly you're the villain. If men judged women the same way, it'd be called offensive. The double standard couldn't be clearer. It's transactional, not emotional.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, isn't it? I can definitely understand the frustration, and I see a lot of clients that I coach go through the same thing. But I teach them a specific set of words to say and to show, basically at the end of the day, what they're showing. What I teach a lot of people how to show is how high value they are. They come across as very high value, so guys want to take them on a date. Yeah? If you appear as low value, then you get treated like garbage, basically. Okay? Not wifey material. All right? So I show people how to show themselves in the best light possible and how to use the right words to set themselves in the best way possible so they're seen as treasure, not garbage. So guys go, oh, she's such wife material. I definitely got to play this right. I got to take her on a date, do everything right, and not treat her like shit. Okay? Unfortunately, it's just the way the world works, but you can set yourself up so you appear very high value, treat yourself as high value, and other people will treat you as high value as well.
Men are stepping away from marriage because they're exhausted from being blamed, used, and left empty. They've watched loyalty fade, affection die, and peace turn into endless conflict. Every risk falls on them, financially, emotionally, and mentally, with nothing stable in return. So now, they're choosing peace over partnership, solitude over stress. Men are simply responding by protecting their sanity and walking away from the chaos. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.